So with Operation Overdrive, again, I said in my review before, I thought that was an underrated series. I felt that there's a lot of hype because of Mokinger. And Mokinger, a lot of stuff it did right was very good, and you figured they would just adapt it as original stuff and not change a lot since it was like the Bruce Kalish era. But like, it had a lot of good stuff. Like, the Android stuff actually pretty good. Like what most people think. Um, it's probably BSE philosophy stuff about being a human stuff, but like it's still a lot better than it could. It could have been a lot worse. It was actually mediocrely done. I found it quite enjoyable. I liked some of the stuff with the Bull character. The Bull character's dynamic with Camdor was pretty good. It's similar to that of Book and Black and Shadow guy, Dark Shadow, but like I don't know, I thought it was explored pretty well. Ronnie Robinson was, of course, a big letdown, and if you have problems with her, I got no problems with that. Did I even watch the? I'm trying to remember if I even watched the Ronnie Robinson episode where she replaces the alien, where she's like the princess and stuff, only the Fear Cats. I felt like Operation Operator Sulfur's storyline was a lot better than in Vocator, that's for sure. We can do a whole review on that. Um, Book of Red's better than Operation Red. I felt like people should give it another chance. Although obviously they had just adapted Vocator would have been a lot better. Rose, the Rose Mac dynamic was pretty cool in my opinion. Dak had that weird name, but other than that, he's been pretty good. I felt like they used this character pretty well. He's a little bit annoying, but like, I don't know, people liked RJ, so why can't they like Mac? You know, I felt the storyline was a lot better. Maybe if I rewatched RJ's storyline now, I'd enjoy it a lot better. The Silent Knight was obviously better than Zuban, that's for sure. Covered blue, black, red, pink, yellow, Zuban. Pretty much everyone. The crossover was very good. I think that was pretty much an example, since we're talking about Last Jedi a lot recently, that's an example of fans just not being happy no matter what happened. So yeah, speaking of Last Jedi, it's like an example of fans just not being happy no matter what they wanted. I mean, it didn't help that since the Volcanger was so good, but I mean, comparable. I liked it a lot better the second time I ever rewatched it because Volcanger does plot holes, but like some stuff was enjoyable from Operation Overdrive, and I don't think it should be underestimated. Disney never really marketed Power Rangers that well. They're that huge, and of course the ratings being a big factor causing them panic. But like I don't know, in retrospect, it felt like they panicked. It felt like they have a story they want to tell and they told it. So there's nothing wrong with that. Inspiration for Operation Overdrive. Power Ranger Samurai. I didn't like the Antonio character. Maybe some people like him because like they think he's like the comical character, but I found he was annoying. Again, I thought the same thing with RJ, so there might be fans of that. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's possible. I feel like Antonio's going to have this whole thing since like got a relationship with Dana Mitchell's character or actress. I've talked with, at least when I was using Twitter, I talked with Red Samurai's actor a lot. I actually met Blue Samurai's character, Kevin, at a convention. He said he got a lot of opportunities to fix the Power Ranger Samurai since it had such a franchise and recognition and brand that he got a job somewhere else doing commercials, which was pretty cool. I just saw a commercial. There's probably some YouTube clip of it online somewhere. I felt like they didn't really need to force him to be like the Ryunosuke character in Power Rangers. Super Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. But oh well. Everyone was very excited for Samurai in retrospect. Like, they're saying Power Rangers could come back. That happened with the movie, and that didn't do well either. Actually, my friend who doesn't really watch Power Rangers wanted to watch Remastered, and he thought that was pretty cool. And then when he watched I don't know if you actually watched Samurai. That's the thing. That's probably why they keep redoing everything Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ish, with teenagers, and the Saved by the Bell factor. They want to replicate the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers brand, and people recognize it for that. I do wonder, like, after watching Brother Media's review of The Last Jedi and Rogue One, now they speak of it, now that I speak of it, that they can't really go. Can you go anywhere? Just the Jugglin fans, and that did okay ratings, but they still want to go for the Mighty Morphin ratings. And can they risk doing anything new that would captivate someone else? It worked with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which has been around much longer. Why can't it work with Power Rangers is what I'm wondering. Unfortunately, there's no data to establish whether that would work or not. This is actually the opposite of 5 years before that with Operation Overdrive. They should have done something original. They did too much of a mix of not too original, not too, um, not too much copy. They didn't do either right, which is a problem. The Twitch chat was very funny. Like, it was so awkward when they were talking about the relationship between Jaden and his sister. It was very creepy. It was pretty freaking terrible. That's how bad it got. But there's a lot of awkward moments in Samurai. It was just really, in terms of just not being well done, that was probably one of the worst. I think the stories that they kept from Samurai, though, like if you like Shinkenger. You obviously want to watch Shinkenger, but as a whole, if you don't like subs, like then you'd probably watch Power Ranger Samurai, or if you like American actors, or if you're a racist, you could like Power Ranger Samurai better. I liked how Emily was like this heart of the sister thing. I'm not gonna write the fanfic I wanted to do or the retcon I want to do, but basically I want her to like be inspired by. If I were gonna do it, I'd have her be inspired straight up by Trini. Was her sister? I would retcon that out or adapted it that way. Um, give her name is Mako. It's not Mako. That's what it is in Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. Mia, that's her name. Mako Mia. That's confusing. So anyway, they did a cook thing with her, and it could have been really funny, but their attempts were very lame. Maybe if I rewatched it, it'd be funny, but actually I did rewatch it this year, and I didn't find it funny. I don't think it was the actress. It's just I don't think anything on the actors in this. I just felt like they were in a bad situation. They got the money and commercials and stuff, and they were happy with that. It's, a job and trying to do your best to get money out of it. Mike, everybody liked because they thought he was going to be the humorous one. That's evident in the trailers. Everyone gave him a chance. There was a whole skimming up of something like retrospect wasn't a big deal considering that everything was bad in the first place. Mike has some good moments. I wish he came back and he and Emily came back in Mega Force. I didn't get to see the crossover to see if they acknowledged their relationship, which could have been pretty cool. I don't even remember if he was serious or not on that. I probably should have watched that again. But it was cool that they came back, give him a job, give him some money, give them their side hustle. Um, I like the rivalry with Decker. I like Daiu's character. The Vulns were doing pretty well in that series. Um, Contrast to the next year, which could also be considered the anniversary year. Looking Force is just sort of a mess. They wanted to do the Mighty Morphin stuff. But on the other hand, there wasn't much to work with because there wasn't a lot of plot in Tetsuo Sentai Go Sager. They didn't want to do the angel thing for whatever reason. And on the other hand, if you're going to do that, why would you copy it? Or since you're doing 2 years anyway, why not skip it? Just do 2 years of Go Tiger, which everybody's obviously going to be upset about. Not you guys not doing. And they've done that since with the Judlin series, Skip series. And you have to appreciate that from Judlin picking franchises to skip. But it was a bad move. I don't know, we watched it this time and I felt like, wow, this could be interesting if they build up the mythos of like the Super Sentai Power Rangers series, but they never did that. I like the Dream stuff. I liked when I don't remember the Road Ranger's name, but when he challenged another guy in the Deca fashion, that was pretty cool. I felt like the track sorted that pretty well. The whole Tears thing I thought was a little bit overdone, but like they had good motives for that. It almost worked. The whole being the brain was alright. I'll talk about Super Mega Force next year because like it's not really this anniversary, but like he plays that character pretty well, pretty solid. Jake has a love interest thing. It's weird, like now that I think about it, I didn't like Jake that much, but at least he did the romance thing better than chased it. Like I didn't know what the heck they were doing with him. Like, that was a Jen Lin series. Again, they had a lot more characters than he's used to working with. And he had the budget problems. The Neil Simon era. I think I'm enough for the G Ranger notes and the Super Sentai. Despite the fact that one of them was a blonde and one of them was a brunette, I really could not tell the difference between which Mega Force character was. And it's been like almost 10 years now, 5, 10 years. And it's sort of a shame that we've been in this season for that long. All the internet people have been like, oh, they're hot looking or whatever, but like I still get a little difference between them. One likes nature, one likes I don't know what everyone likes. And one's a love interest to Jake. So you guys can tell the difference between one and the other. And not much happens in the series, unfortunately. I fought Regent, which is why I was pausing just to keep you guys updated. Now in the loop. First, summarize it. The first one had what they wanted to do for series. They didn't do too much too original. Nothing too different. There's really nothing much I have to say. I think the bad Christmas special was not a series. They go to Africa to teach people Christmas, which they don't do. They teach them about Power Rangers, which they still don't do. And I can go on a whole rant about that. It's not Christmas anymore, so I can't talk about that anymore. Not like a Metal Alice character. Robo Knight. Yeah, I liked Robo Knight. He could have been very RoboCop-ish. He could have been like a Blue Centurion-ish character. Could have done a lot more with him. They could have done the Angels thing, which is really interesting. The Robo Knight stuff was a good idea, but was done very poorly. They wrote his character a little bit more interesting than Blue Centurion. Blue Centurion, old school Power Rangers, you know, 6-man, 6 Ranger saves the day. Robo Knight, they tried to do this arc where he's like wondering about how humans act and stuff, but it was like, it didn't make any sense. It was terrible. I didn't like the Metal Alice thing. I like them to come back in the next series. Um, it looks very bad budget wise. But like kids are not gonna notice that. Um, next season, sorry. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. Not much that. Not much to say about Movie Force. It was only one season. Samurai had 2 seasons to work with at least. I think, that was the Super Samurai. Oh, the other thing with Super Samurai was that when I was online, people were like, "Oh, they got new toys now. This is gonna be a much better series." I was like, "This is bullshit." That's pretty much all I have to say about that. Which covered everything about that. Operation Overdrive covered everything. There's not much to say about the Volans, so Samurai talked about the Volans. That's about it. See you guys later. Talked about Sentai later.